right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the K&K show from Millville Park here. I always get confused. This would be Diamond 1 at Millville Park. Is that correct, Kurt?
Yeah, that was talked about a little bit at our coaches meeting earlier, that the first diamond you see is not Diamond 1 as you come up here to Millville Park. We are on Diamond 1, though. Kind of tucked back here in the corner. And shocker, it's windy up here.
Would have never guessed that it's going to be windy here. But now we get the Milledgeville Polo rivalry on the baseball field as opposed to the football, what we usually do, but we're going to give our shot here at a baseball broadcast. Coach Caravia asked if the K&K show could come out and do the senior game here tonight as the Milledgeville Missiles, 5-5, 2-2 in conference play, host the Polo Marcos, 0-8, 0-3. As on the bump, senior got 7 seniors, is that correct?
Yeah, Carter Livingood here set to deliver the first pitch of this game.
First pitch, swinging strike one, Carter Livingood. On the year, coming in 1-0 on the season, 4.02 ERA. First batter of the game here, Tian Escobar for the Marcos. Right down the middle, strike two.
Talked to Carter today. He said he features 3 pitches. He goes with a 2-seam fastball that'll kind of run in on the hands of the batter, the right-handed batters, and then away from the left-handed batters. He can change it up with a changeup, change speeds a little bit, and then he'll even drop in a curveball. Looks like he went straight after him there on 3 straight pitches.
Nothing but gas right there from Carter Livingood. 3 pitches, 3 outs, or first out for the Missiles. Good start by the right-hander, Carter Livingood, senior, 1 of 7 seniors on the roster. We might make up another pitch or 2 as the day goes along here for him. He might have started this game with 3. Oh, hung that one, but going to be deep to left field. Tracking that back is Parker Saunders back there and makes the catch.
So 4 pitches into this inning here, got 2 outs already. Marcos player there able to get the bat on the ball that time, but tracked down there by Parker Saunders out in his spot there in left field.
So 2 quick outs here for the Marcos. First pitch strike, once again, Livingood.
Don't know if I talked about it there, but Livingood said his 3rd pitch there. He can drop a curveball in on people if he needs to, but I got to imagine that he's going to stay with the heat here and then maybe change speeds on him a little bit, unless if he doesn't need that curveball, he doesn't need that one's going to get through.
Aiden Messer with a base hit in between shortstop and third base there. So the Jackson Willis was the second batter for the Marcos. He flew out to left field. Now Aiden Messer gets the first hit of the game here for the Marcos. So 2 outs. Livingood's next pitch. Low for ball 1. Looks like Francis at third, Leaf at short, Shank at second. Jackson Miller, the freshman, at first. Eric Worsema and Saunders, the outfielders. Nye back there doing the catching. That one in the dirt. No
advancement of the bases there.
This is Maddox Peterson up to bat here for the Marcos.
That one able to get by Spencer Nye there, but quick to it to not allow the runner to advance to second base.
Maddox Peterson batting .308 on the year. 2-0 count here to Peterson. Swing and a miss.
Swinging.
Finally some spring-like weather here though, Kurt. It's not raining for once.
Yeah, say finally not raining. You never feel like spring sports are a matter of, hey, will we get this game in today? What's it looking like? This one was a no-doubter pretty much all game, all day.
Going to be hit to Leaf at short. He's going to go the short way to
throw.
Shank, and he gets the out. That's 3 outs here as the Marcos do not score here in the top of the first. We'll be right back with the bottom of the first here for the Missiles. back here to Milledgeville High School. Marcos held scoreless. They're the top of the first. Now the Missiles come to bat here. Their batting order: Josh Leaf batting leadoff, playing short. Evan Shank batting 2, playing second. Bryson Worsema batting third, playing center field. Carter Livingood batting cleanup. He is the pitcher here this afternoon. Spencer Nye batting 5. He's the catcher. Kyson Francis in the 6th spot. He's playing third base. Caden Canuti will bat 7th. And batting 8th will be Parker Saunders, the left fielder. And batting 9th will be Raiden Arrett. On the bump here for the Marcos will be Corbin Cavanaugh, coming in 0-0 on the year, 11.2 ERA. Talking to Coach C pregame there. He's hoping to jump on the Marcos here early.
Yeah, I think when you got a team coming in, you know, the Marcos looking to get their first win of the season here. The Missiles, a solid 500 club, probably would hope to have a few more wins so far this season, but get some things going here towards the end of the year, get a solid lineup together. But, you know, when the Marcos come to town in any sport, it's never really a given because the rivalry is there, like we talked about. Used to seeing it on the gridiron, on the basketball court, but the Marcos are going to bring the fight no matter what sport they're playing.
Yep, no. Coach C said they struggled with. I think they split with them last year, and Milledgeville thought they had the superior team, but the Marcos pulled out a victory. So the Marcos have played the Missiles tough here in baseball recently.
Yeah, in baseball, probably like more than any sport, you just never know. Could be dependent on what the pitcher's feeling that day on the bump, weather conditions, how you're seeing the ball that day, swinging the bat. A lot of different scenarios in baseball that play a part.
Josh Leaf, one of the 7 seniors in the starting lineup here today, takes the first pitch from Cavanaugh, fouls that one out of play.
Yeah, Josh Leaf, new addition to Milledgeville, first year here, Milledgeville senior. Been a good addition to our sports teams as well as the school in general.
Was that in the NIL, the transfer portal?
Yeah, picked him up.
0-1. Cavanaugh sets for pitch number 2. That one was low.
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike here to Leaf. On a beautiful afternoon here in Milledgeville for some baseball. That one's in there for a strike. A little off speed there from Cavanaugh.
Yeah.
1 and 2.
Leaf's got to shorten up here. Anything close, he's got to look for contact on. Cavanaugh ahead in this count.
Ooh, hung a curveball there. Grounded to third base.
Leaf's got some speed that's going to be close. Got him.
Out on that play. Nice play by the third baseman over there. T and Escobar there on the play there for the Marcos as Leaf grounds out.
Leaf hustling down that line. I think the pitcher might have got away with one there. I think he went breaking ball that kind of hung up in the zone there. I think if Josh could have that one back, he'd wait on it a little bit more, keep his weight back, and really drive that one in the left field.
Evan Shank up to bat for the Missiles. That one first pitch low. Evan coming in batting .267 on the year here so far. 4 RBIs. That one up and misses there. Oh.
Evan now ahead in the count. Takes first 2 balls, 1 low, 1 high.
Three 3-0. See, I think Evan's got the green light on 3-0.
Don't you give the 3-0 green light to your number 2 hitter? I'm not sure. I didn't see a sign there from Caravia telling him to take one at all, but I think we might have just lost a camera here.
4-pitch walk here. Shank draws the
patient hitter there, Evan Shank. Takes his base.
So 1 on, 1 out. Bryson Worsema, the 3-hitter coming in for the Missiles. Batting .438 on the year. Like to see his first home run right in our lap here, Kurt.
Bryson here with a chance to land one right on us, I would say, coming from the left side of the batter's box. Pull this one, maybe he hangs another breaking ball.
We're hanging out in the right. They call this the right field bleachers.
Yeah.
Or the right field pine trees.
Right field pine trees. There was shade when I first looked up when you guys were setting up. It's moving a little bit, but it's not too bad.
First pitch, a ball to Worsema. Shank gets a good lead there from first.
If you're someone out there that likes wind, and it could be a calm day, come up to Millwheel Park. It'll still be windy up here.
That's for sure. 1-1 count to Worsema. Kavanaugh working out of the stretch. Missiles in their home all-white pinstripe uniforms. Missiles across front. Worsema going to ground this one to first, unassisted. Shank does get into second.
Yeah, that was going to take a pretty good play there to get 2 on that one, but nice effort there trying. He was going to have to corral that ball and get the tag down since he went to first for the force out first.
So runner in scoring position here for cleanup hitter Carter Livingood. He also comes in batting .438 on the year. 1 home run, 20 driven in.
Yeah, RBI machine here. Carter Livingood hoping to bring Evan around here and get the bat on the ball.
First one in there for a strike as the wind continues to pick up here. That's where we do miss the confines of the Crow's Nest at Floyd Dobb Field.
Yeah, we have it pretty good there at Floyd Dobb Field. No matter the conditions, we're pretty set up there.
1-1 in the count to Livingood.
New look at the track meet tomorrow, the junior high track meet. We're going to try timing the meet from the Crow's Nest.
Ooh. Not that you have ever any troubles with the timing system.
No, works like a charm every time. Just like our YouTube broadcasts.
2-1 on the count to Livingood. 2 out. Shank at second base. Kavanaugh takes a look at him. Now here's the pitch. Inside, 3-1.
Favorable count here for Livingood. Kavanaugh's got to basically put this one in the zone here. If it's good, Livingood's going to take a hack at it, you got to believe.
And a walk there with first base open. Like
side there. First base line.
Souvenir to the fans, although I think they give it back.
Probably going to throw it back. I think everything's thrown back here.
Won the count to 9.
It's probably somebody's job in both dugouts is ball duty. Sit out, you go get it.
I'll speed pitch up. Evens the count at 1 here. 1-1.
Yeah, I don't know if he wanted that ball to break or if that was just a change up, but it stayed straight pretty much the whole time and stayed high.
Swing and a miss that time by 9. 1-2 the count. Kavanaugh 1 pitch away from getting out of trouble here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, 2 runners on here for the Missiles. Runner in scoring position. They're not holding on at first. They're checking a little bit. Evan at second, are they? With the second baseman there. But the Missiles got to get a good secondary lead here.
Ooh,
that
caught.
one taken.
Caught looking.
Looking.
Kavanaugh K's nigh here to end the first. After 1, we're scoreless. Missiles and Marcos will be back for inning number 2. Welcome back here to Milledgeville High School. Scoreless after 1 inning. The Missiles and the Marcos. Kavanaugh works his way out of trouble. The old backwards K on Spencer now.
Missiles left 2 stranded. Spencer Nye goes down looking.
Looked like he just, I don't know if he fooled him on that pitch.
Yeah.
Guessed
The way he held up there, he might have been looking something different or maybe even something away. That pitch came a little inside and just kind of froze Spencer on it.
So 5, 6, and 7 here for the Marcos. Corbin Kavanaugh to leave it off here against Living Good. Foul tip, strike 1.
Yeah, Kavanaugh able to get his bat on that low pitch somehow, follow it off, but it's still strike 1.
It's a good thing the wind's not out of the blowing from the concession stand here, Kurt.
Yeah, if the wind was blowing at us, we'd have a lot on our laps right now.
Oh, 1 pitch, another swing and a miss there. Good pitch there by Living Good, 0-2. Missiles with our, like I said, they're all whites. What do you think of the new all black pinstripes, Kurt? The first time the Missiles have ever done that one misses
when I
outside.
saw they came up during my 8th hour class one day during picture day. They look sharp. They're nice.
Years ago, I think West Carroll was one of the first ones to have it. I didn't love it at first, the all black look, but now it's starting to grow on me. The Sox did it a few years ago with their South Side version, but a sharp-looking jersey set for the Missiles on their road.
Ball fouled off to the right side here.
Just foul. Garrett tracking it down. Still 1-2.
Yeah, we went on jerseys. We have the Missiles versus Polo softball game going on up here as well. Senior night for those girls as well. I believe they boast 5 seniors on that team. They've got some pretty sharp jerseys themselves too, though.
Yeah, the pinstripe, both pinstriped as well. The
yeah,
all black and then all orange.
All orange look is pretty nice.
Pop
Leafs
fly could be trouble between Saunders and Leaf. Saunders calls him off and makes a catch here as Kavanaugh flies out to the left fielder.
Yeah, good communication there by the Missiles. Leaf looked like he was calling that one all the way, but it drifted a little bit more. I'm sure it got up in the wind as it drifted back there. The Parker Saunders, he was able to call him off. Good communication there between the outfield and the infield for the Missiles.
Well, shortstop Isaac McFalls up for the Marcos. 1 out here, top of 2. Gonna ground this one to Francis. Scoop.
Nice throw there by Francis.
Once again, 2 quick outs here for the Missiles. McFalls grounds out to Francis.
Good play there by Francis. I am used to watching like 9-year-olds play baseball where a shot to the third baseman could mean anything,
that
really.
Could be trouble.
Yeah.
Francis, I was talking to Coach Crave, the ultimate utility guy who was ever pitching. If he's not pitching, he plays wherever that pitcher is from. So could be third, could be short, could be outfield.
Put them in where they need them.
That's a great player to have. First pitch, strike here.
Yeah, I think Kyson would probably be doing a little bit more pitching for us if he started the season with an injury, though, to his arm and hand there. Nice pitch there by Living Good.
Noah Yingling up to bat here for, or no, excuse me, this is Junior Downs. He's the DH for Noah Yingling. 0-2 here. Living Good looking to put him away. And he will.
He likes the high stuff, puts him down. Missiles 3 up, 3 down that inning, or that half of the inning.
We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. Still scoreless here from Milledgeville. Back here to Milledgeville High School. To the bottom of the 2nd, we've got Kyson Francis, Caden Canuti, and Parker Saunders up to bat. the Missiles here in this bottom of the second against Corbin Kavanaugh, who worked around a couple of walks there that last inning.
Yeah, stayed in control there, did Kavanaugh. Didn't get frazzled. Got the outs that he needed.
Francis coming in, batting .231 on the year.
I'm pretty old school, though. Even watching Kavanaugh warm up here, just stick with speed in the zone and change your speed up a little bit. He seems to be throwing a lot of junk, even just warming up here.
All from the stretch, no windup.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm pretty old school in the sense of my son's been starting to pitch a little bit. I'd rather just see him throw strikes. And as he gets older, we'll mix in some off-speed stuff. But
some would say you call that a crafty right-hander.
yeah. The old Greg Maddox, that's who I pretty much want him to be.
There it is.
There it is.
In there for a strike,
Yeah.
I believe. Yep. First baseman a little bit in our way, but strike one to Francis. So swing and a miss. The ball down in the dirt
Yeah,
there.
Francis went golfing for that one a little bit, but Kavanaugh got what he wanted. He enticed the swing out of Francis from his first pitch.
Can we see Kurt? We don't need a Franny cam. Is he as into baseball as he is football, I wonder?
Well, the fact that I haven't seen him running up and down the sidelines yet, I'm going to say no. He was very visible during our football broadcast. I do know that.
That pitch just missed there. 1-2 on the count to Francis.
Francis still got to shorten up here, make contact on anything close. That one he does watch hit the dirt.
Yeah, good eye. That one didn't go
Yeah.
chasing. 2-2 now the count. Ball up there, 3-2. He's worked the count back full after being down 0-2. Missiles were supposed to be in action yesterday, but that game got canceled against Bureau Valley. 3-2 pitch. Be grounded right back to the pitcher. Fields it nicely and makes the throw over there. Francis.
Yeah, I've heard of some high school games getting like, I don't know that yesterday was necessarily a weather issue, but just, you know, we did get a lot of rain over the weekend, so the field could have still been wet, but I've heard rumors of people canceling games because they just don't have the pitchers, which just seems like maybe you should just have to throw somebody.
Yep, Bureau Valley, I heard they had to get conference games canceled last week, so they had to make that up yesterday.
Yep.
Rumor has it with Coach Kappas on staff down there at Bureau Valley, but he was just ducking the missiles.
Sounds like it, yeah. Sounds like something you would do.
0-1 the count here to Caden Canuti. Caden
Nice
Canuti
contact there
puts
by
a
Canuti.
shot to left field. Left fielder back and makes a nice catch out there in left field was Cooper Dawson.
Yeah, nice catch there by Dawson over his shoulder a little bit. Nice drive there by Caden Canuti. I've been to a few Missiles games this year, and Canuti makes contact with the ball. Kind of shortens up his swing, stays back on him nice, makes pretty good contact with the ball. Put a good drive on that one, but an even better play in the outfield.
Next up, 8-hitter Parker Saunders. And 167 on the year here so far for the junior left fielder. Ball one low. Missiles and Marcos will be back in action on Thursday. But that game played over in Clinton, the Lumber King Stadium.
Nice little cool experience there for these boys to get to play over in Clinton.
2-0 the count. Asked Carave if he likes playing over there, and he said they've never gotten to. They've had several games scheduled there, but it's always been rained out.
Well, there is rain in the forecast on Thursday, but
I believe it's supposed to be later, but
later,
we are 2 days away.
Yeah. Changing weather forecast all spring. Spring sports are fun.
3-0 the count here to Saunders. Kavanaugh got a ground out and a fly out, the first two batters. That one in there for a strike. Swing and a miss that time by Saunders. Full count now. 2 out, nobody on. Bottom of the second here. From Millville Park here, the campus of Milledgeville High School. That one's low. Saunders draws a walk here. 2 out walk.
Yeah, Saunders able to get on base. 2 down in the inning.
We'll have to check, see if we can get a score from the girls' game over here as well.
Yeah, I thought about messaging somebody to see if we could get updates from over there.
So that's 7 senior Missile baseball players, 5 senior softball players.
Check the runner here first. Saunders back in plenty of time.
9 hitter here, Raiden Eric, up next for the Missiles, batting 133 on the year.
Yeah, that got him. Gonna have 2 base runners again here for the Missiles with 2 down. Back to the top of the order, so everybody that's seen the pitcher 1 time.
2 on, 2 out once again here for the Missiles, and back to the top of the order here with Josh Leaf. Coming in, batting .355 on the year, not 5 RBIs. He's looking to make it 6 here. Grounded out to the third baseman his first time up. This one gonna be flown to center field, tracking it and making the play there is Jordan Reed in center field. Good rip there by Leaf, but hit right at him. We're scoreless after 2. We'll be right back on the Missiles Media Network. Welcome back here. As the wind continues to blow. Surprise, surprise.
Maybe it'll stop. Probably not.
So the Marcos coming up. In this top of the third will be 8, 9, then the top, Cooper Dawson, Jordan Reed, and then T and Escobar to face Living Good. Cooper Dawson in. Made a nice catch that last inning.
Yeah. See that occasionally in the majors. Nice play the end of the inning, step up and have a nice start to the inning. A little low there for Living Good on the first delivery. Used to seeing the Bash cousins here as battery mates on the gridiron, but working together here as well on the baseball diamond. That one by, swing and strike.
Carter Living, the Wreck-It Ralph reference on the football field, or Duke Neville.
That one went over well, didn't it?
Yes.
I believe?
Yep.
A lot of people love that.
That one in there for a strike. Now 1 and 2 here on the count to Dawson. Carter doing a good job of throwing a lot of strikes here.
Yeah.
Commanding the zone.
Stay in the zone. If they hit the ball, trust your defense.
That one foul out of play here. Remains 1 and 2. That one outside. 2 and 2 now the count.
I've never necessarily been a huge baseball buff, but I just, my thing is always throw strikes. Hitting's hard. Your best hitters of all time are still only doing it about 30% of the time that they're up to bat. So
in there for strike three, outside corner. Living Good gets his third strikeout of the ball game. Yeah, nothing drives me nuts more than walks.
Yeah.
You can't defend a walk.
No. And that easily puts people on base. When there's people on base, things can happen. So throw strikes, trust your defense. Gotta imagine that's what Mr. Cravey wants out of Living Good on this start. Looked at a bunt there, pulled it back though.
Ball one here to Jordan Reed, the 9-hitter here.
This time he does get the bunt down, right back to Living Good. Low, fielding his position, gets it over to Jackson Miller.
1-3 on that put out. 2 down here for the Marcos in the top of this third inning. Back to the leadoff spot. T. Escobar, who struck out his first time up.
Pop up there.
And Jackson is out to Jackson Miller. The first baseman
puts it away.
So another quick inning here for Living Good. We're going to go to the bottom of the third here. We're still scoreless here at Milledgeville. Welcome back to Milledgeville High School. My dad checked in. He's tuned in and listening as always, so appreciate that. Anybody else, if you're tuned in, let us know. We got some complaints here from the right field fans over here that we're a little delayed.
Just watch the game.
As 2, 3, and 4 here up for the Missiles, working against Kavanaugh, Shank, Worsema, and Living Good. Shank walked in his first appearance. Missiles need to put up some runs here this inning, Kurt.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see the Missiles get, you know, I would say 2 this inning. 2 is a little more comfortable the way Living Good's been pitching.
Put a crooked number up on the board here.
Evan starts it off there with a swinging strike.
One thing I missed so far about the Missile games, or the football games, is the Millville Tavern delivering food to us.
I was gonna ask. I was gonna bring that up at some time. We're gonna have food. That one's gonna ricochet off the third baseman. That's why they call it the hot corner. So Evan reaches for the second time. That ball's loose. No movement here from Evan.
We're gonna give him a hit there, Kurt.
Yeah, that was a shot. That would have been a heck of a play. Over there at the hot corner, ricocheted almost right off his knee. Seems to be okay.
First hit of the game, I believe, for the Missiles. It's all been, all their base runners have been walks.
So that could be the start to the inning that we said the Missiles needed to putting up a number here on the board this time around. Close out the third inning with a lead.
3-hitter Bryson Worsema, senior left-hander. Pitch outside, ball 1.
I imagine Bryson's got the power to get the ball out if he squares one up here in the wind. Kind of going against him today, but check there on the runner at first. Evan back safely. Our former producer, Brooke Wilkinson, over there at first base. Nice call getting him to come back, reading that pitcher's back leg there.
You're doing such a good job on the camera. He might have worked himself out of a
Yeah,
job.
I almost, did I call him? I meant to. I meant to call him our former producer. I don't remember what I said now.
You did.
Okay.
Man of many hats, Brooks Wilkinson.
Yeah.
2-0 the count here to Bryson Worsama. Outside, 3-0.
Takes a pitch there. Now this is a kid that might have the 3-0 green light, but it's got to be close. It's got to be good.
He gets a hanger here in the zone. I would give him that green light. We're going to ground it up towards the shortstop, and
we got 5. This is what we need Brooks here for. I have no idea how to do replay or if we even have an angle of that, but
doing that tap there. I thought Evan had beat that out there.
Evan beat that throw out there to the second, but bang, bang play. At the very least, I thought a tie, but I thought he even beat it.
So 1 out on the fielder's choice there. Shortstop to the second baseman, retires Shank. Leaves up Living Good, cleanup hitter for the Missiles. Living Good walked his first time up.
Check down Bryson, pops up, throw, try to throw behind the runner there as the catcher.
Worsama goes. Throw down, gets away from him.
Away from him and into the center field there, but Bryson pops up.
Stolen base there for Worsama.
Dad's listening as well. He must know the umpire, Jim. Says wish him a happy retirement soon.
Yes, I believe that's the home plate umpire there, I believe, yep. Did not get the name of the second base umpire. Foul tip there by Living Good. 1-2 now the count here to Carter Living Good. Said on that last force out, I thought maybe it was a close play. But
yeah, back play there.
I think Evan let up. I thought he'd think he had it beat pretty easily, and instead of sliding, like he almost just let up on the play.
So I honestly think that both of them, I think the shortstop there thought it was going to be an easy kind of pitch to the second baseman there, but Evan was hustling with that. Evan, maybe slowed up a little bit there when he should have slid.
Two and two the count here to Living Good. Kavanaugh's pitch. Grounded foul.
Staying alive is Living Good. Thank you.
Worstman scoring position, 1 out. Bottom 3, we're still scoreless. Missiles in the Marcos here. That one misses low. Full count here now to Living Good. Spencer Nye on deck. Living Good gets a hanger, but gets out in front of that one.
Turned on that one, out in front of that one, but he's staying alive here.
Foul ball. Count remains full. Worsama gets his lead from second. Kavanaugh gets his sign, now set to pitch. That one ripped right out of the shortstop's glove. Still has time. Throws across.
Gonna be safe there.
Hot shot there, in and out of the glove of the shortstop there, Isaac McFalls.
Yeah, glad the Missiles got out of one there, but we still left with the base runner at second base. Bryson, because of where that ball was placed, not really able to advance. I don't know if that's a situation where he maybe could have advanced once he made the throw, but.
What's your official scoring decision on that one, Kurt?
I think I'd maybe call that one an error. That was
E6.
Again hit hard though, but I think he's got to make that play. That was in his glove. E6 on that one.
Spencer
Nye with a shot.
Grounds it through the middle.
It should get the Missiles that
and
run. Ooh, that might get them two that they needed.
Reed misplaces it in center. Rounding third is Living Good. Nye on his way to third. And he's going to get the hold sign there from Caravia.
Yep.
But a 1 out, 2 RBI hit there right up the middle by Spencer Nye. And it got past. Going to be an error on the center fielder, Jordan Reed.
Yeah, so Spencer Nye with a single there that did get through, but then an error sends him to third base, but it gets 2 runs in for the Missiles. Spencer Nye stepping up, getting the Missiles the runs they needed.
Send Kyson Francis up now. What do we have, a timeout here?
Courtesy for the catcher, maybe.
Sending him back
to first. I don't understand this call here. We're going to need some clarification from somebody as to why you had to go back to first. And that's going to bring Bryson back to third.
And Carso, no runs on the board. What on earth happened?
No runs. No runs on the board for the Missiles, sending all runners back on that play.
That's how you screw up a scorebook in a hurry.
Yeah.
So now bases are loaded, still 1 out.
This also means I need to figure out how to put the score up right on the stream again.
The only thing was it catcher's interference? Like that he hit the catcher's glove?
Maybe, I guess. Again,
I'm trying to think of what else would be to cause that. Ball 1 here to Francis, who grounded out to the pitcher last time. Ball 2.
So take those runs off the board for the Missiles, but the bases are loaded again. Anybody has an explanation of what just happened there, we'll take it.
So we're a long ways from home plate where the conversation was. We're out here in right field. That pitch misses, ball 3. So 3-0 to Francis, bases loaded.
1 out here for the Missiles is all in this inning. 3 ducks on the pond here for Kyson Francis with a 3-0 count.
That one in there for a strike.
Kyson probably taking all the way there. Manufacture a run if we can there.
Might head down to our rules expert in right field here, Kyle Canuti. See if he can get an explanation of what happened. Ground ball, gonna be a tough play here by McFalls. Beating it out.
Yeah, beats it out.
Is Francis. So RBI single there for Francis.
Infield hit there for Francis. Does bring a run across.
Worsham scores. Living Good to third. Nye to second. Swing and a miss here. Up next is Caden Canuti, another one of the seniors. He could have nice line drive to the left fielder his last time up. So base is still loaded, 1 out. Missiles now are officially on the board, I do believe, at 1-0. Canuti again lost with this one to center, deep enough for the sac fly, making the catch is Reed.
Bobbled it a little bit there, but that's going to be enough to bring in another run for the Missiles.
Tagging and scoring is Living Good, so the Missiles do get their 2 runs we thought they had earlier. On a sacrifice fly there. Nye moves to third. Now with 2 outs. Next, the 8-hitter, Parker Saunders. 2 on, 2 out. Runners at first and third. Parker walked his first time up. That one's in for a ball.
Yeah, takes one inside to start his at bat this time as well.
1-0 count here to Saunders. No throw. Drawing a throw, and that one gets away. They tried to get Nye at third as Francis was on the move to second. They threw it to third. That one bounces into left field right off the base there, Kurt.
Yeah, they tried to catch Spencer sleeping there on the steal from Francis. You know, you have Francis steal the bag there, hope that they throw the second, and then we can get Spencer home, but end up manufacturing a run either way there. So the Missiles get their third run of the inning on another error there by the Marcos.
Another runner in scoring position. If Saunders can come through here, he takes that one low. 2-1, I believe the count. Or actually 3-0. Saunders going to work another walk. Wild pitch is going to send Francis to third.
Parker Saunders 2 at bats, finds himself on the bases twice, drawing walks.
As a mound visit here by head coach Nate White here of the Marcos, assisted by Calvin Clothier. Missiles coached by Austin Caravia, assisted by Brooks Wilkinson and Isaac Tom Smith. As speaking of ducking, we do have Blaine Kappas on. We were just talking about you, Kappas. Bureau Valley ducking out of the game, but
That's
supposedly rescheduled. We shall see.
It's okay. You were scared. It happens.
He also got brought up this week. Kappas struck out against a freshman, Caravia said. I believe that was his first year here coaching.
Saunders
I believe a Urish kid got him in striking out.
Nice.
Saunders takes second base here. No throw. So 2 runners in scoring position here. For Rayden Eric. He was hit by a pitch his first time up.
Two down in this inning. 1-1 count here for Rayden. Can't quite get the hands in on that one. These inside pitches are tough when you got to bring those hands in and swing your bat.
1-1 count. Going to be grounded this time to the second baseman. And making the play there is Aiden Messer to retire the side. The Missiles do put a crooked number up on the board here. They lead 3-0 after 3. We'll be back on Missile Media Network. Welcome back here to Milledgeville High School. Missiles lead 3-0 here, top of the fourth. As we got 2, 3, and 4 hitters here for the Marcos.
Yeah, we said the Missiles really needed some runs there in their half of the third, and they were able to pick up 3.
So Jackson Willis, he flew out to the left fielder his first time up. First pitch in, first strike. We did get some clarification, which I thought was the case. It was catcher's interference, so that's an immediate dead ball.
Yeah, and it sounds like the catcher's interference came after contact with the ball, so he does get his base.
That one popped out to shortstop Josh Leaf. Retires Willis. So the Missiles do put up a 3-spot, bottom third. Aiden Messer now up for the Marcos. He had a base hit his last time up.
Another pop-up that's drifting towards out of bounds there. Foul ball.
Base hit between third and short his last time up. Messer coming in batting .333 on the year. One fouled out of play, now 0-2 the count.
Yeah, Messer slightly out ahead of the ball here. Pulled 2 here. Looks to keep his weight back here, waiting on that ball to get a little bit deeper. Straightens that one out.
Another line shot through to left field here for Messer, who's 2 for 2 on the afternoon here for the Marcos.
Yeah, a couple solid shots this afternoon for Messer there, basically almost the exact same there.
So 1 out for Maddox Peterson. Grounded out to short his first time up.
Living good deal as a strike there on his first pitch. Runner at first being held on there by Jackson Miller. He's got a pretty short lead. Takes his secondary lead as Living Good gets set.
That one misses up. 1-1 the count. Try to sneak a peek of the scoreboard if I can find in between innings here of the softball game over there as well.
Yeah, I sent a message, but nobody responded to me. Oh, I might have just got it for us here.
Speak it into existence.
Yeah.
2-1 the count here to Peterson.
Looks like we got your Milledgeville Lady Missiles up 14, still going.
Yes, big expectations here for both baseball, softball teams here this year.
Both teams looking to make a pretty solid postseason run.
Peterson pops this one up right behind second base. Evan Schenk goes back and makes that catch nicely. 2 out here.
Yeah, nice job moving backwards. Not as easy as it looks there for Evan, but he made it look pretty easy. Backing up there, some sun in the way. Makes a nice catch.
2 outs here now for Corbin Cavanaugh, who flied out to left field his first time up. Top 4 here. Missiles lead 3-0. That one fouled off the backstop.
It's always kind of funny to me that in the majors that ball would be discarded, but that ball, it was rocketed off into the backstop, just goes straight back to the pitcher. We're going to use it again. Now he's got a chance here, a little high.
Stealing the bag is Messer, gets on there under the throw. Stolen base here for Aiden Messer. Runner in scoring position here, 2 outs. Pitch misses outside. 1-2. Kavanaugh at the plate. Going to be popped up once again. Shank makes that catch as well. He retires the last two. Living Goods clean through 4. Going into the bottom of the 4th. Missiles 3, Markers 0. We'll be back on the Missiles Media Network. Welcome back here to Milledgeville High School. Bottom 4, Missiles 3, Marco 0. You mentioned moments ago that we have 7 seniors here for the Missiles today. Evan Shank, Carter Livingood, Josh Leaf, Bryson Worsema, Rain Eric, Caden Canuti, and Spencer Nye, all in the starting lineup. Senior heavy team here this year for the Missiles. Coming in 5-5, 2-2 in the conference here so far. It's just been a rough start to the spring season here for baseball, softball teams around the area.
Yeah, I know the ADs around the area love the springtime, all the rescheduling and talks about canceling the game, and seems like sometimes maybe you make the decision to cancel it and the weather turns out fine. It's not a easy decision for these administrators to be making this time of year, and the weather hasn't exactly cooperated. Third time through the lineup here for the Missiles. Josh Leaf leading things off.
Pitch in for a strike. Yep, back to the top of the order here. Josh Leaf has grounded to third and flew out to center. As Brooks says he's going to change the battery after this inning, Kurt, so switch cameras after this inning. Leaf pops this one up. Going to be a little duck snort into right field.
Hey, whatever works to get on.
Hit 2 balls much harder his first time up, and then that one falls. That's baseball, Kurt.
That's baseball for you. I say it's not always necessarily how hard you hit it. You just got to put it in the right spot. Questionable, but roll with what was called.
Leaf extends his lead a little bit at first. Pitch down in the dirt. Good scoop there by the catcher.
Catcher saving a runner there at second base on that one. I do believe he made a nice scoop up. Held Leaf there at first base.
Jackson Wilson catcher. Kavanaugh still back on the mound here to start this 4th inning. A leadoff single here by Leaf. Steps off.
Checks the runner.
2-0 the count here to Evan Shank. Wild pitch there. Leaf was off and running on the plate.
Leaf was moving with that pitch already, and then a wild pitch pretty much ensures that he was going to get the second.
3-0 the count here to Shank. Bases on balls have hurt Kavanaugh here. Worked around him the first 2 innings. But a couple errors last inning as well did not help his cause either.
Yeah, throwing the ball around a little bit last inning caused some of the runs there for the Missiles, but patient at the plate and getting the bat on the ball also helped the Missiles well. Kavanaugh really worried with Leaf here.
That one in there for a strike. 3-1 the count to Shank. Polo bus moving, so I'm wondering if the softball game is probably already over.
Say, it sounds like it's up 14-2 in the fourth there. I think probably 10-run finish there for the Lady Missiles on their senior night.
Shank, another one just a little bit
Yeah.
out in front of that one. Another hard shot foul down the left field line.
Tough angle here. That one looked close to being fair from this angle, but ultimately foul ball here for Shank. I think here shortly we're going to have to switch to our further away camera for a little bit, unfortunately here.
Shank works a walk, his second walk
We'll
of
get the battery changed
the game for Evan Shank. Bring up Bryson Worsema.
And Evans found himself on base every time he's been up.
Bryson Worsema 0 for 2. Run out to the first baseman, and a fielder's choice is last time up.
First pitch inside there for Kavanaugh. Taking his ball 1 for Bryson. Evan not being held on at first. Shortstop holds on Leaf there at second.
Misses 2-0 the count here to Bryson Worsema.
Bryson's found himself in favorable counts each time he's been up to bat. Not quite able to get a solid barrel on the ball yet.
3-0 the count here. Kavanaugh's pitch count has got to be continued to mount here as well, Kurt, here in the top of the fourth. Missile's been very patient at the plate here this afternoon.
Yeah, Missiles softball game officially a 17-4 win in the fourth inning for the Lady Missiles.
Congratulations to Coach Adolph and the Missiles there. They'll be back in action at Polo on Thursday. 3-1 the count here to Worsema. 2 on, nobody out. Bottom of the fourth, Missiles lead 3-0. And another walk here.
A little high that time for Kavanaugh. Bryson draws a walk. Yeah, our pitcher's gonna take a visit here. We gotta imagine a change has gotta be happening. Kavanaugh's thrown a lot of pitches so far.
And call to the pen, which in high school ball would be the left fielder in this case. Looks like left fielder Cooper Dawson
So you know our practice got canceled.
is going to come in here.
Yeah.
Okay, why are you here then? Your brother's
We'll
practice?
see where Kavanaugh goes. So with that, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back on the Missiles Media Network.
Are they winning? Are Missiles winning? So?
Yeah.
Welcome back here to Milledgeville High School. It's coming in to pitch, not the left fielder. He was called in to get his first base mitt and go to first base. Will be the left fielder. Cooper Dawson will now be at first. The pitcher, Corbin Cavanaugh, will move to left field, and coming in to pitch will be the former first baseman, Maddox Peterson, here for the Marcos.
Yeah, I think there was a situation where Peterson ran in the dugout to get his normal glove.
So he comes in an ideal situation that every pitcher loves.
This is what you want.
Bases loaded, nobody out.
Yep.
And the number 4 hitter up.
Yeah, no pressure. Cleanup hitter on the dish, and the bases are juiced.
So Coach Nate White says, go get him, buddy.
Yeah.
So make me look smart out there. Carter Living Good, who reached on an error the last time, a walk and an E6. A shot in and out of the glove of the shortstop the last time. Takes low, ball 1. I don't know if Kappas is still listening. One of my favorite days of the year coming up, the NFL draft on Thursday. You know how much I love the NFL draft.
You are a big draft guy, yeah.
Kappas, I want to know who the Steelers are going to pick in round 1. He's a big Steelers fan. They going to go quarterback?
Yeah, seems quarterback uncertain a little bit there for the Steelers.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers, still not sure if he's playing.
Yeah. Why would you want to let anybody know? You know, why would anybody want to know that?
1-1 count to Living Good. The Bears drafting much later than they're accustomed to.
Yeah, not really used to being this late in the draft. Let's see where the Bears go, where their needs are.
Living Good grounds this one by the third baseman. Long throw for the shortstop, and he can't make it. Infield single here for Carter Living Good.
Missiles bring another one across, extend their lead up 4-0. I feel like since I moved to the neighborhood and I've been and watched the draft with you, you and your brother have been craving for the Cowboys to take a tight end. Is this the year?
I don't think so. Look, they could, but I don't think so. They're so bad on defense.
Yeah, that is true. They do need a little help on defense.
About 13 players on defense. But with Jerry Jones running the show, I still have no faith that anything will get done there. Kind of like Jerry Reinsdorf running the show for the Sox and Bulls.
Yeah.
Fire Jerry. That's my motto.
Doesn't matter which one. Just
doesn't
take
matter.
them both out.
Nope. As Missiles lead down 4-0 here. Bases still loaded. Nobody out. A 2-0 count here to Spencer Nye.
Yeah, I always basically like live in the past and try to explain the 90s to my kids. Just the Bulls were good.
Yeah.
And it was just a great time to be alive. Michael Jordan running the show.
White Sox were good back in that time, too.
White Sox were good. The Cowboys were good.
Yeah. What a time to be alive.
Yeah. Cubs, not so much, but they had their seasons here and there.
The White Sox slightly better than awful, which is an improvement as they walk here for Nye.
Cubs themselves have kind of been on a roll lately, producing runs.
As that will bring in Evan Shank with the 5th run of the ball game. The White Sox, the only, which I'm going to watch all season long, is Murakami going to have more homers than the White Sox have wins. I believe they're tied at 8 right now.
Right now, knotted up.
I'm pulling for Murakami to have more homers than White Sox wins.
Would that be the first time? Would that be a record?
I would think so. I'll have to dig into the archives for sure. Has a good home run hitter been on that bad of a baseball team before? One and 1 the count here to Kyson Francis. He is ground out to the pitcher.
Yeah, because even those years that Sosa, McGuire, and them were fighting for home run knots, both the Cubs and the Cardinals were still pretty good baseball teams too.
Yeah. Francis had a single his last time up. That one in the dirt. Good block there by the catcher, Willis.
And not a very deep backstop here up at old Diamond number 1 here, but potentially saving a run there by making a stop there on that one. I think it would take a pretty good ricochet there to bring Bryson home there from third. Seeing Kyson doing his job there as the batter when that ball's gotten away a couple times, putting his hand up to tell Bryson to go ahead and stay. Best view of that ball is Kyson.
That one fouled out of play. Oh, gets the shed there, not a car.
Ooh, I thought maybe that was headed for a car there for a second, but I was at a softball game last week where a guy pulled up in a pretty nice Mustang and parked it directly behind the backstop there, and somebody cautiously told him to move it. Seen plenty of balls dinged at that park, or plenty of cars dinged by balls on that park.
2-2 count to Francis misses low, full count. Bases remain loaded. Nobody out here yet in this fourth inning. Peterson in to pitch here. Relief duty at Cavanaugh. Going to step off the mound.
Yeah, a little regroup here for Peterson. Give you the look from our vantage point here on YouTube. This is what we're seeing. That one is a strike there.
Swing and a miss there. Retires Francis. Big strike out there by Peterson.
Yeah, maybe Peterson can settle in here for the Marcos now, getting that first strikeout. Did not inherit ideal conditions coming into this game.
Next up, Caden Canuti, a couple fly outs, one to left field and a sacrifice fly the last time up to the center fielder. That one misses low.
Got away from the catcher there a little bit, but quickly to the ball to hold Versum at third base.
Worsham third, Living Good second, Nye on first. Foul out of play.
Canuti able to get his hands in there and foul that one off.
Just about got Corinne Nye walking her dog there down the first base line.
Man, Corinne's fast. I thought she was just behind us not that long ago with the dog.
One misses, 2-1 the count. I was talking to Coach C about that. He says how the majority of the Missile fans come down this first base line, so it doesn't give, but there is a good number by the dugout as well.
Yeah.
I told him back in my high school days, which was not long ago.
Yeah, no, just a couple years ago.
We always had first base was the home
Yeah.
dugout.
Our softball team always
Does that? I think that's
always does that. Yep.
That way the opposing fans have to make that
Yep,
trek
make
around
the trek
the other
around.
side. But
Yeah.
he didn't want to do that. Karavia said that's too long a walk for him in between innings.
That sounds like something Cravey would say.
Yeah. Don't want to overwork himself.
No.
That's going to be Canuti's going to get an RBI here by drawing another walk here for the Missiles. Bringing in Worsema for run number 6.
Yeah, whistles up 6-0 now after that walk. Coach Cravia makes Brooks make that long trek to the dugout now.
Yes. That's why Brooks in a lot better shape than Karavia, too. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, Brooks is getting that. He's getting wedding fit.
Yes.
Cravia now,
Just
he's getting
he's
a
in
dad
that dad,
bod.
the
Yep,
dad bod look.
bod
Yep.
age.
We've all been there.
Yeah, pretty firmly. Firmly in that one for a while now.
Bringing up Parker Saunders, who has 2 walks here. So no official at bat yet in the ball game here for Parker. Bases still loaded, 1 out. Peterson on the bump here for the Marcos. That one misses outside. 1-1 the count. Time taken either by the catcher or the pitcher here.
Yeah. Pitcher steps off, regroups here. Takes that little mental break around the mound. Sometimes you just got to go for a walk and regroup. Get on the same page as your catcher here.
Misses outside.
Pitch outside.
2-1 in the count here to Saunders. Living Good third, Nye second. Canuti at first.
That pitch misses again. Base is loaded. 3-1 the count.
Saunders trying to work his third walk of the ball game. Swing and a miss on that one. Full count now to Saunders.
Yeah. Parker tired of keeping that bat on his shoulder. He took a hack at that one.
Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and then throwing it into right field.
Yeah, it's going to bring home another run here for the Missiles.
That'll be an error on the catcher. And trying to get another run, and they will.
Heads up running.
Spencer Nye, the touchdown guy.
Yeah.
Rumbles in from second.
Missiles pick up 2 runs on that error by the catcher there, trying to catch the Missiles sleeping at first base, but can't connect on the throw behind.
So Missiles extend their lead to 8-0 here. Canuti now the Lone Ranger on second base. The bat will be Raiden Eric. He was hit by pitch and grounded out last inning. On that first one.
Yeah, a little high and inside there. Probably right in Raiden's field of vision. Those are hard to hold off on. Those ones coming above your hands there look good, but it is tough to lay off of them when you can see them that well.
That one misses in. 1-1 the count here to Raiden.
Raiden able to hold off that time. Good discipline at the plate. 2 outs now for the Marcos. Okay, and Canuti remains at second base.
Pop fly down the left field line. Gonna fall in for a hit there.
In.
The single did Josh Leaf. Single came around and scored, and Missiles now lead 9-0 here, bottom of the 4th. Misses high. That one down low, 2-0 here the count. Count to Josh Lee. I wonder, maybe in football, I think they should make like high school baseball coaches. They have to be in uniform.
Yeah, in uniform. I've always said that's my favorite thing about baseball is that they have to be in uniform. They
not
don't
in
make,
softball.
Not softball coaches. Yeah, say they don't make softball coaches.
Should be a rule.
Yeah,
equaled out, but
should do it for every sport. I know everybody would love to see me in a volleyball outfit.
No, I'm not going to go there, Kurt. That one misses inside. 3-0 the count here to Josh Leaf.
Leaf, good discipline at the plate here. Waiting for his pitch.
So maybe we'll just leave it to the baseball coaches now
yeah,
that you say that.
I think it's a good idea that it stays baseball.
Football could be interesting. All full pads.
Yeah.
3-0 the count here to Leaf. See if he's got the green light. Does not. Just takes that one all the way. 3-1 now the count. Josh Leaf coming in, batting .355 on the year. A good leadoff hitter here for the Missiles. Real good defensively as well.
I would assume Leaf's another guy there. You could slot him in just kind of where you needed him.
one misses. He's going to take a 2-out walk.
2-1 here for Evan Shank. Coming back around for the second time this inning as well.
He walked his last time up. 2 walks and a ground out here for Evan Shank. Aired at second, Leaf at first. Be grounded. Third baseman gathers it, but Aired's going to beat him to the bag there. Going to go E5 there, Kurt.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Tough hop there, but
it took kind of a bad hop. Thought he had it handled. Maybe could have made a throw to at least get an out on that play, but he tried to go after Raiden there, so the base is loaded again for the Missiles. Evan Shank finds his way on the base paths again.
Good hustle there by Raiden to beat him to the bag.
2 outs, so the Missiles moving on contact. That helps.
Right here, Bryson.
Yeah, say be a great time to have one come right to us. That'd be a pretty sweet shot too if it fell in our laps.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. For Bryson Orsima, first pitch, ball.
The view of the YouTube stream right now is pretty much where we want Bryson to hit it right now.
Bryson Orsima, also a huge Illini fan. That's one of the kids I can always talk Illinois football, basketball with in the hallways.
Yeah, they usually attend a couple games a year.
Yep.
Their family there.
Yes.
Bryson's going to
alums,
continue to play baseball a little bit in college.
Swinging a miss here. 1-1 the count here to the senior. Bryson Orsima.
Yeah, no better time than your first home run of the season than a grand slam on senior night.
1-2 the count here to Bryson.
Effectively would end the game too if he put her in the stands here.
Peterson toes the rubber here. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and he gets them. So the Missiles will lead the bases loaded here, but they put up a 6 spot here after 4. Milledgeville 9, Polo 0. We'll be back on the Missiles Media Network. Welcome back here to the Missiles Media Network. Missiles lead 9-0 here, top 5. As McFalls, Downs, and Dawson on the will be up next here for the Marcos in this 5th inning. It's living good. Looks sharp here so far in this contest.
Yeah, Living Good remains in the game here, coming back in for the 5th inning with a solid cushion here.
Some changes. The new right fielder, Kurt. Hutmacher into right field, as well as you believe Colton Stiles is in to catch. Good eyes from here, Kurt. That's
Yeah.
he has some, I
That's
think
a
maybe he's the only
total
other
guess,
catcher. But Spencer Nye has now moved to third. Braden Arrett has moved from right field to left field.
Cole's just really the only other person I know that catches besides
Yes.
maybe I think Leaf will occasionally put on the gear.
But he's still at short, so
Yeah.
that narrows it down.
Yeah, I would say, so once I saw him.
Process of
And
elimination.
it doesn't appear to have a Kyson Francis body type behind the mound there.
Yes,
But
Francis
Kyson has
appears-
exited the game for now. Can always re-enter.
1-1 the count here to McFalls, who grounded out to third base his first time up. So both these teams will meet Thursday over in Clinton at the Lumber King Stadium on Thursday. Swing and a miss here by McFalls.
Yeah, once again, pretty cool experience for these kids. The opportunity to play at a minor league stadium there. Always over the years, there's been some neat experiences for these Polo Milledgeville matchups in some games. I know my senior year, we went over to Rockford and played Polo at the Metro Center. Probably has a different name now.
Yeah, I guess at the BMO
Yeah,
Harris Bank or something.
Center. Yeah. Spencer Nye gets an introductory to third base there as that ball goes to him there at third base. Can't quite make the throw. Didn't field it very cleanly, but again, good shot.
So McFalls reaches here. Go E5, Spence. We got a tough book here tonight. Swing and a miss here by Junior Downs, who struck out his first time up. Testing out the new catcher, and
Yeah.
beating that throw is going to be McFalls with the stolen base.
Good throw there by Stiles, popping up pretty quickly, getting that out to Evan. Just quicker base runner there than the throw.
First time, yep. So first time in the contest, the Marcos have had their leadoff man on, laying down the
Laying down
bunt,
a bunt.
nicely. Living Good looks at third, now throws to first to retire Downs. So sacrifice bunt there.
Yeah, advancing the runner to third base there.
So here at Milledgeville, big week for the FFA and former legendary baseball assistant coach Justin Parks.
Yeah.
That's the opening of the Mildred Call
Yeah.
Greenhouse this Saturday, 9 a.m. here in Milledgeville.
Yeah, they've been working hard getting that ready here.
He came in sweating into the bus garage. He's been working.
Oh,
in there,
yeah?
so, which he did tell me it's about 30 degrees warmer inside
Yeah,
that
I've been
greenhouse.
inside that thing before. He had me step in one day. I do recall it being quite a bit warmer inside that.
I've known Justin Parks for many years, and that's the first time I've seen him sweaty. But legend has it, former assistant Mr. Parks, after about, well, wait after this pitch here, 1-1 count, as grounded to shortstop. Leaf comes away with that. Going to be an RBI there, run batted in for
Marcos
Cooper Dawson.
Are going to get a run here. I believe from a story I told, Mr. Parks could be doing all the work because he can't trust the students.
I did hear that could be an issue as well, but the story goes when he was an assistant coach here for Milledgeville, after about 12 bangs and maybe 3 monsters, he climbed the backstop in about 2.7 seconds.
Ooh, I can see that. He reminds me a little bit of a spider monkey. Like just, he's got that energy to him. Spider monkey energy.
Jordan Reed now up for the Marcos, who grounded back to the pitcher in his first plate appearance. Now
Yeah.
down 0-2 here.
FFA also bringing the petting zoo to the school on Friday, I do believe.
Yes, I believe you're right.
Ball fouled off there, sent back.
0-2 count here to Jordan Reed. I said Cooper Dawson with an RBI ground out the last time scoring. McFalls get the Marcos on the board here, 9-1 here in the top of the 5th. Swing and a miss. Living Good retires the Marcos here. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Missiles 9, Marcos 1. We'll be back on the Missiles Media Network. Welcome back here once again to the K&K show here on the Missiles Media Network. We come out of winter hibernation here for a baseball game.
Yeah. They usually lock us away till the fall.
Coach Adolph asked when we're going to do a softball game. I said, well, she get us some gear, when she gets us some gear or something, got to persuade us a little bit.
Seems like softball always has new swag, but seems like the K&K show never gets any of it. I don't know if anybody don't have a camera on us, but we got some baseball swag.
Yeah. Rocking some throwback jerseys here today.
Yeah.
Coach Caravia said they tried to do the throwback. They wanted, the team wanted to wear the cutoff jerseys.
Yeah, throwback sleeveless jerseys,
Yep,
and they wanted to go totally sleeveless underneath.
But could not come up with the right amount for the team to wear. So, as a new pitcher, Tian Escobar, the third baseman, coming in to pitch this inning for the Marcos, as Peterson goes from first to third. Looks like everybody else stays the same.
Yeah.
1-1 the count here to Carter Livingood, who has walked, reached on an error and a single. Got past single through the shortstop the last time up. So we're bottom 5, Missiles leading 9-1. This pitch misses inside, 2-1.
Missiles looking to put those all-important insurance runs up on the board this inning.
Livingood launches one to left field way back. And gone! You can put it on the board. Carter Livingood. They shot to left field. I lost that one about halfway up there.
I never actually, I mean, I saw it. What I saw was a left fielder slightly moved back and a center fielder just kind of put his gloves up and said that ball's going. Carter Livingood, round tripper.
His second home run of the year, I do believe.
Comes on senior night against a rival.
So Livingood touches them all to the left field pine tree over there. Brings up Spencer Nye, who has struck out, walked, and then a catcher's interference.
Yeah.
Thought it was a 2 RBI single, or an RBI single, and an error, but rule catcher's interference here for Spencer Nye. First pitch is a ball. 2-0 the count to Spencer Nye. T and Escobar. She does have a windup. Seems like more and more pitchers nowadays.
Just pitch out.
How about
your
your boy's new into pitching? Does he go from the windup?
He goes straight from the stretch too. Hasn't even worked on the windup at all. Something maybe we add later, but
Spencer Nye works a walk here. Gonna date myself. Back in the day, it was always wind up.
Yeah.
Back at the old rock and fire, even up.
Get those hands up high. He's got quite the routine that he does. You'll have to catch him pitching maybe in a summer league game this summer or something. He's got quite the routine that he goes through. Big leg kick. Really gets that leg up to his glove.
Nye works a walk. Swing and a miss. Believe this is Colton Stiles in for Francis.
Stiles took a cut at one there. Goes down 0-1. Spencer on the move.
In there with a stolen base.
Doesn't even need to get dirty to Spencer Nye. I guess earlier I mentioned Caravia not really giving signs. I forgot that they all just wear the almost like football quarterback sleeves, so he just calls out numbers and then you look at what the number means.
Stiles struck out.
Looking at that one.
Strikeout here by Escobar. First out of the inning.
Caden Canuti back up to bat here. He's gave the ball a good ride a couple times here, solid contact. That one's in for a strike. Spencer Nye up, standing again. Steals third base. Again, give you a look here from our vantage point out here in right field, looking into the field.
Canuti, 2 flyouts and a walk.
That's going to be a balk, so that's going to bring home Spencer Nye.
And that will end the ball game as the run rule here as a walk-off balk.
Yeah,
you don't see that very often.
See that often.
As the Missiles are going to get the victory here, 11-1 over the Marcos. A slow start early in this game. We were scoreless after 2, Kurt, but the Missiles, kind of some errors did the Marcos in, and some walks there too as well.
Yeah, basically once the Missiles got some base runners there, they did their damage. The Marcos kind of threw the ball around a little bit that allowed Milledgeville to advance up some bases, but patience at the plate, getting the bat on the ball when they needed to, and a long ball by Carter Livingood kind of sums up the day.
Yeah, as give